believe we're recording. So here we have Logan Jackson, whose film you just saw, My Hero. And one thing I always try to recreate the audience feel. So like I'm supposed to represent all, 50, 60 people who would have been in that theater. But one thing I always do for a Q&A for a film like yours in the movie theater is before everyone starts to talk about how wonderful your message is and how there's really some really powerful ideas being shared, I want to point out your filmmaking, because I think with a film like yours, a lot of people are going to talk about how wonderfully you portray the message, but this is such a well-made film. I gotta say,
Wow.
kudos to you,
I really
because
appreciate that.
the direction is perfect. The
Thank you.
cinematography is great. I think people really underestimate how hard it is to get sound good when it's basically inside a tight space like that. And I think every aspect of this film is well made.
Thank you so much.
And the pacing, all that's perfect. And I say this as, I see about 1,000 short films a year, and a lot of people have a great message and make a bad film with a great message. So
There's got to be a good balance. Yeah, I agree.
So I just bravo, you did some great work.
Thank you so much.
So now I'll hand it off to you and let you talk about how the film came to be.
Yeah. So how the film came to be is if you've seen the film, obviously it's a very personal piece for me. It's a passion project, so to speak. So it chronicles my sister, who is a single mother, and she has 2 young boys. So I kind of drew inspiration from that and really wanted to shed light on the obstacles that they go through every single day, but they still have to make a lot of tough decisions, to provide for the betterment of their family. So that's how the story came to me. And also the film was dedicated to my friend Brandon Elliott, who passed in a very similar situation. So I just wanted to combine those 2 very personal experiences and kind of use it as a release for me, as a means of a creative outlet, so just to bring awareness. So that's how the film kind of came about.
Yeah, and that's another thing, you do such a good job as a filmmaker, because especially the early scenes with the mom trying to line up a babysitter, and there's people who are flaking on her, and there's people who said they'd be there for her. And, as a parent, I mean, going on a job interview is as important as a parent to provide as so she just gives them strict orders, and they listen. And who among us when we were little didn't? I had an older brother, so all the time pillows would be lined up and we'd just see who could have some physical fun. But
yeah, that's pretty much how it is.
Yeah. So your performances were all great. How did you go about casting it?
The casting wasn't as tricky as I thought it would be. First on board, we had Avery Jade, who was the actress who just did an amazing job at the project, and she's a single mother of her own. So I knew that she would be able to embody that role, and she did. She came on the project, and she came from New York, agreed to do the project. So she jumped right into that single mom role, and all the urgencies you see in there, all the stress that you see in there. She's already familiar with that stuff. These are everyday situations that's very realistic. And then when it came to getting the boys on board, they were already brothers, of course. So they're brothers, So I knew that just capturing their playfulness and that bond and that, that innocence of them would just be kind of easy, because they already share that brotherly bond. So that's all we really wanted to do, was just let them have fun. We wasn't going to script them too much, and just capture their innocence.
And you did a great job. And please let the lead actress know she did wonderfully, because because even when you are that person, the camera changes everything, right? A lot of people cannot just be themselves when you stick this odd bit of when you're being captured. So you as a director probably did a great job there, especially with the boys.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'll definitely mention that to her. She was incredible. I mean, the bus stop scene that you seen was just all improvised. None of that was scripted. She was just in the moment and feeling that desperation and that urgency, and she was just really channeled her inner mother for that scene. So she did amazing.
Fantastic. And then how big a crew did you have for that? Because it, like I said, it
Mm,
looked great, sounds great.
yeah.
But you know, you might
uh,
have some secrets.
Yeah, we actually had a minimal crew as far as like shooting production. I think it was DPAC, Gaffer, sound. So we had four, 5-man crew, 5-man crew. So we had a 5-man crew. We wanted to keep it very minimal. Obviously, we're moving in tight spaces. The majority of the shooting takes place in an apartment, so we wanted to keep it very minimal. That way, people would be comfortable, and nobody's really getting exhausted. Everybody plays an important role. Nobody's just sitting off on the side not doing anything. So yeah, we had a five-man crew.
That's actually a good. I mean, that's it's what you needed for sure.
Oh
Came
yeah,
out so well. Yeah,
yeah.
and it sounds like a good thing that you had a DP and you didn't have to do that yourself. And
Yeah, yeah. My DP was awesome. Will Turner is the DP. He's actually Emmy award winning. So he, I was able to get him just based on pure passion for the project, and he read the script and he just felt so much of it, and he agreed to do it. So I'm tremendously thankful for Will Turner.
that's really nice. That's really nice that people would read this script and just jump on board.
Yeah, because I don't have a
That's
lot of money to offer people, so I got to go off just passion.
understood. Did you get this all done in like a weekend or?
Yeah, yeah. We shot in 2 days. So 2 day shoot. Didn't want to take up too much time for people, and we prepared for about a month with the actors and the actress. So we're pretty set and well oiled machine by the time we came to shoot. So it didn't take that long at all to shoot.
Fantastic.
Hmm.
And got other collaborators you want to mention?
Uh,
I mean, I know at this point the audience would probably start asking you, about seizures and about child
yeah,
safety and things.
yeah,
I know you do want to talk
yeah.
about that. I thought one of the really when the brother lays down the pillow for his brother and
Hmm.
sort of turns his head, that was
Hmm.
just it's actually sometimes I think in order to get into the festival, if you just give the programmer some tears, like you're in. And it wasn't for sadness; it was because it's such a touching moment between two young brothers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like you said, alluding to the seizure and whatnot, I think, the ultimate goal for this project, I wanted it to be used as a teaching mechanism because, as you seen, the procedure was very correct, and that's how he was able to save his brother's life. So I think if we can connect to the audience and they care much enough about it to maybe show their kids or show their neighbors' kids or just get it out there and maybe kids can learn from this because all it really takes is a split second for epileptic seizure to go wrong, and it can happen out of nowhere, so there's no cure for it, of course, and the triggers are just so sensitive. So the more people we know or the more people we show this film and they have knowledge of performing the correct seizure and know what to do and how to react, I think it can even if we save one life out of it, then I mean the job is done. So um, that's what I was hoping to get out of this film and to show people the correct procedures.
Yeah, for sure. And it really is. It probably gives children the tool to not to not just save a life, but to not panic,
Hmm.
to not think
Hmm.
that something really inexplicable is happening.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this could be, I mean, far more than a PSA, but it definitely works as a way to educate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've from younger. I mean, I remember young experiences when I was in school, maybe fifth, sixth grade, and we had a kid that had an epileptic episode, in the classroom. And I just remember how traumatizing it was for me just watching that and not knowing what was going on or what would happen or what to do. I just didn't know. You kind of just freeze up in the moment. But luckily, of course, the teaching staff, uh, they do their due diligence and they know what to do. But as a kid, you don't really know what to do. So hopefully, seeing films and other films of this nature might do some good. Might do some good.
For sure. And back to the filmmaking, what's your background? Because you showed a lot of skill here, a lot of,
Thank you.
a very both smart touch and emotional intelligence too, I would say.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So my film background is it's pretty scarce. I didn't really go to a traditional film school or anything like that. I came out to LA 4 years ago and just picked up a DSLR and started challenging myself, finding out how to shoot, write, edit, record, mix, do pretty much everything on this little DSLR. And then of course, graduating. LA makes you grow up so quickly, in the film world, that this is something you really want to do. I just really zone in and dedicate myself to that. And then you move on to working with professionals. And then when you're working with professionals, even if you don't know what they're talking about, you have to fake it till you make it. So like you still have to portray a certain level of confidence if you're the director so they can believe in you. So that's just me, just being a hard worker, just being a hard worker, being very passionate about cinema. I love this. Film is what I love. So I'm going to always figure it out, and that's just my film background, was just failing at films, doing horrible films that nobody will see, and just learning from it, saying, you know what, never again. I'm never going to make that mistake again, that mistake again. I'm going to get better at this because I want to do this. So that was my film education, just making horrible films.
And that's so valid. That's so valid. And it shows. It shows your dedication. I'm not surprised that you made such a great film, and it sounds like the next one's going to be even better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's great to hear. And do you spend a lot of time writing, or do you have a
Yeah.
stack of ideas?
Yeah, I do spend a lot of time writing. I mean, I got if you see my apartment
Ah,
is just filled with sticky notes everywhere. I might have a sticky note in the refrigerator. You never know. So I'm always thinking and creating and writing and challenging myself to just get better within the art form. That's I watch film constantly. I just try to really zone in on that. So yeah, I'm definitely writing something. I want to do maybe another short film because My Hero is really like a debut. This is really my first time on the festival circuit, so it's an introductory, but I definitely can be better and will be better. So I got some stuff coming.
cool. Well, I figure, everyone, this plays after the film, so everyone saw it. So
Okay.
for our last minute or two, I was gonna ask you to talk about the poster you had painted there.
Oh yeah, yeah. So going into this short film, how the poster came about is just I really wanted to dedicate a lot of attention to every single phase of production, not just shooting, not just sound, not just music, but every single little detail. And I really seen what I can do as far as like putting my stamp on everything or making everything unique. So when it came down to the artwork, I didn't just want to do something real quick on Photoshop or like anything like that. I just wanted to really get something a little more detailed and something that meant more to me. So I wanted to get it hand painted. I was like, wow, if I can get the poster hand painted, the still frame of the kid doing that, I think it'll be a really nice touch. It's just a matter of me going full circle with the project and making sure every detail is kind of unique. So I wanted to get that, and I reached out to an artist, a friend of mine on Instagram, who paints, not full time, but just part time. So he agreed to do it for me. He did it. We took the picture of it, made it into a poster, and every time I do a Zoom call or anything like that, or anybody sees it, they always ask about it. So I guess it works. I guess people appreciate it.
it works, and it's beautiful art, and it's beautiful film. So I want to thank you so much for submitting it.
Thank you. Yeah,
And
thank you guys for having me, man. You guys are recreated this film. Just a note for the audience: recreated this film literally probably 10 minutes away from the Sherman Oaks Film Festival. So,
you did. In
yeah,
fact, the bus stop,
yeah,
as I am a 52-year local to the area, I'm like, hey, that's Victorine Whitsitt,
yeah,
or was it? Yeah.
exactly, yeah, exactly. So it's just
Right
a
by
little fun
Sally
fact.
Beauty Supply or whatever. Yeah, no,
Yeah, exactly.
I
So we're
saw
very
us.
honored to be a part of this festival.
Well, it's. I mean, we don't. I mean, it's always wonderful to have something locally made in the
Yeah,
festival,
yeah.
but it was your quality that got you in, not that you were, not
Thank
that
you.
you're from here. But it makes us extra proud to have you around, and we know for sure when the theaters can reopen
Oh yeah.
next year, we'll have you out. We'll
Oh yeah, definitely.
hopefully we can have more in-person contact.
Oh yeah, yeah. Who
And,
knows, man?
and
Hopefully, but you guys are doing an amazing job. Just wanted to say you guys are doing great with the virtual experience so far, and still keeping that community, the Valley community and whatnot, and welcoming the filmmakers. So I appreciate that.
well, thank you. All right. Well, sorry I got to run, but
Awesome.
we're 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 at our time limit. So
Yeah.
thanks so much, Logan. And
Thank you guys.
again, be proud of your work. You did a super job.
Thank you. Thank you.